We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
This is precise. Oh, yes, we are here. And we are, I can't believe this. This is Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And we have I can't believe who we have on here. We're going to ask her the tough questions. She's a very busy person. And I cannot believe we have her on, but I'm not going to skip on the questions.
Busy?
I'm not going to skip on the questions. No, we have Kamala.
Kamala?
We have Kamala. Kamala Harris is on.
No, man.
We have Kamala Harris is on here. Yes.
No, not Kamala Harris.
No, not Kamala. What do you mean not Kamala?
Not the Ugandan nightmare. No.
Who is it then?
It's Koala. Actually, I should just let you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Koala.
Sorry,
I've been pacing around all.
Yeah.
I thought we.
Sorry, Cruise Control, man.
I mean, I can't. I don't know how to take that because.
No. It's great. I just wanted to. I'm actually happy because I was actually really nervous, and now I feel kind of relaxed. So welcome to the Koala. We're on the Nothing Sacred.
Yeah.
What you call it, Drunken Sacred Show. I am once again Cruise Control,
and I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And
I am Koala. As I switch my IPA.
What IPA are you drinking this evening?
I am drinking the lovely Lagunitas IPA.
Lagunitas is dope.
Lagunitas IPA. Yes.
Yes.
I'm partial to their little something in their brown sugar, but the IPA will definitely work.
I'm very partial to the little something. This was on sale, and it was like $10 off for the case. And so I thought,
shit.
you know what?
Fuck,
sometimes you gotta just do it.
Well, you got a case of Lagunitas. Maxwell is drinking the Big Man hardcore manly man beer of the Bud Light, man.
Bud Light, yeah. Hey, it still gets me. It still does all right for me.
It's kind of like you got to be out in a trailer somewhere.
No. It's kind of like you have to drink 5 to equal one of those IPAs.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you're gonna be so a 6-pack is like 30-pack for you'll be going back and forth. Grab it. What I would suggest, Max, is to grab like 2 or 3. From
dude, I'm way ahead of you. I got 4 sitting in front of me already.
Yeah.
See,
at least he's smart. He grabs 4 of them. He'll drink 4 in the amount of time it takes him to drink 1. So technically, it'll get him just as buzzed. He'll just be his kidneys will be killed. And
I'll be pissed.
And get a pea cup. You got to get your travel.
I should have done that.
Me and Koala will be making up time while he runs to the bathroom.
I may do that too. I may just say, "Hey, you guys talk. I got to piss."
Yeah. Well, I am drinking the Cabernet Sauvignon. Or as I say, Cabernet
Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, and it's the Boda box of the Cab Sab. So. It's a 1.5.
Okay, it's wine. It's box wine.
Yeah, box wine.
Oh shit. Okay, all right.
You can get 1.5 box wines, and that's
like that.
Yeah,
the big Capri Sun.
It's a
wines,
big Capri Sun.
The Capri Sun of wine. That's what it is. Right.
And what we're doing tonight, folks, is we're just bullshitting. We're just gonna have I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. We're just gonna talk shit. I've got some topics, the things that I've thought about today.
Yeah, we got a few topics too. Actually, Koala and I came up with one last week, and then I've got something I want to run by you guys too. So, So what do you think, man? You want to go first?
Oh shit! Should I go first? No, you go first. I'm gonna try to remember what I was thinking.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm in Oregon. Remember, folks. I'm in Oregon.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think you know what that means.
Very green.
Yeah.
Very green. Very green.
So, all right. Here's the thing. My brother's been, he kind of contradicts himself, but he's big on the whole, this COVID bullshit. It's all fucking. It's the scamdemic. It's all this, that, whatever. So now he's on a new thing where he refuses to wear a mask when he goes into an establishment. And he's actually had some arguments with a few people in these places.
And okay, can I stop you there or can you go? Okay.
Well, he tried to tell me today, he was like, yeah, man, and I've gotten people to back down. And I'm like thinking, yeah.
That's exactly why he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing though. I mean, okay, hey, I think the mask thing is stupid. It's, I don't like it myself, but these store proprietors or whatever they are, restaurant owners, they just got to follow the laws, man. They're not the ones who actually make the laws. He's acting like it's their, law or something. So what do you guys think about this shit?
Like I said, I think it's a way, because see, I understand like not wearing it in certain places, where it just depends on where you live, I guess. Because here it would get me a lot of bullshit from people.
Right.
I would just get a lot of crap from people, and the actual store people that I've talked to all the time, I would just get a lot of crap. So it doesn't really bother me. I go in there, I take it off. Like I'm not one of these, I will never wear one on the street.
No, me either.
No. Outside. But just a small thing, because sooner or later, and as a matter of fact, we're moving a lot of restrictions around the world, and people are waking up right now.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of crazy shit going on today. The convoy and all that. I mean, there's just so much amazing shit going on. People are really waking up to this. So I don't mind wearing them in there. But I know why he's doing it. It's about the confrontation. He wants the confrontation.
Oh, just a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Koala? What's your take on this?
I would agree. I think, okay. So the one problem I have with the mask enforcement is, say you just space out and you go into a store and you're thinking 2 years ago, where you didn't have to wear a mask and you just left it in your backpack or whatever.
Right.
Because I did go into one store and they wouldn't let me in the store. And I said, well, actually, because where I work, we have a bunch of disposable masks for idiots like myself who just space out and leave them in their bag. We're like, well, if you're going to make me wear one, you can buy those by the box and at least have them. I mean, these guys were like security guard
Most people do have them on hand, don't they?
And let's be honest, they don't work. Let's just be.
No, they don't.
Right.
No,
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. But if you're going to make me wear something, and they're, and this is a high end market, I'm thinking, well, if you want me to go and pay an exorbitant amount for the crap that you're selling, more so than if I went to the Safeway, why don't you at least, give me a trendy little mask? But I think a lot of it. Yeah, I think it is the argument. I think it's gotten convoluted into a political thing where I think same thing with the vaccine. You can think it's a good idea or not, but how did it get to be my body, my choice? The same argument as abortion. I don't know. It's like nobody's, as far as I know, nobody's holding you down and forcing a syringe into your arm at this point. Right. So I think we get really dramatic about shit. And the reality is you can decide whether you want to, I had to make a decision. Do I want to go into this market? It wasn't really worth it to me. I went back to the car.
A personal decision is something you can make, but a mandate is something, that's what's going on today, which I don't want to go into the whole COVID thing again, because we've gone through that too much. And that's kind of like going to ruin the festive fucking mood.
Oh yeah. True.
But
true.
what I guess the point is that I think it's not about the principle. I think it's about the conflict. I think it's about being noticed and about trying to be stand out. And like maybe he's having a rough time at home and can't lash out at people around him because he's confined. And so a good way of having a conflict and getting out your anger when you don't understand how to do it yourself and how to be constructive about it. Certain people don't know how to handle their emotions. So instead, they take it on other people, and a good way to do that is say, "I'm not going to wear my mask," because he knows because remember, we're talking about someone who gets crazy at looks.
True.
Who knows who's starting these conversations? Who knows if he's thinking a look is an assault or a look is an affront on him? Like, what are you looking at?
Oh yeah.
Problem with me not wearing this? Who knows who's starting it? Because he will never say he initiates. Even if he initiates, even if he's the guy who goes, "What?" when someone just looks at him, because looking at someone is not initiation.
No.
I got to say, though, just in the defense of the mask, I really like, because I apparently have a very expressive face. Mm-hmm. And so at work, when I am confronted by an idiot because I have to wear a mask, it's so awesome.
You can hide it with the mask. Yeah.
I was kind of thankful for it the other day, too. I was sitting on the bus. I was on paratransit. And I started thinking of some Cool G rap lyrics that were fucking hilarious. And I just kind of started laughing to myself. And I'm like, if I didn't have this mask on, they'd think I was retarded sitting here laughing to myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you didn't have the mask on, do you think you'd be laughing to yourself?
Well, maybe. I don't
And that's
know.
the thing. Like that's the scary part of it. Is it's like are you allowed to cover half your face so you can fucking judge people without them seeing your face? So then you never know how to really interact with people with the mask on. You know, it's like, oh, it's a kind of a cop out. You know, it's kind of a weird thing. Like these men, it's crazy psychology how this crazy shit is. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like a Nazi. Like it's not Nazi. That's wrong term. It's almost like this psychological like petri dish we're in right now, where we're seeing how society's reacting to internet with a pandemic, with TikTok, which is fucking nuts. And I've been on Twitter a lot. It's fucking just batshit crazy on Twitter, dude.
I can imagine. It's crazy on Facebook.
But the scary part is you're not getting information on it anywhere else. You have to go on social media to get actual relevant information. So you have to wade through all this crazy shit to get because you're not going to see it on them. And the New York Times is not reporting on the convoy and crazy shit. Like, so you're not. So you have this crazy shit like TikTok stuff and masked people who are wearing 7 masks. There's a
well,
but I gotta say though, when you roll in the occasional day that I do with a hangover, and I just don't have time to hear about my client who's coming in to get their spine treated, and they're telling me about their past life. I'm grateful for the mask in that moment because I can be so sympathetic. I know it's wrong, but my guilty pleasure.
No. And the thing about it is, and I was thinking about this as well, is that if you're a blink, I'm gonna say it. If you blinkies, you're total blinkies out there. If you're totally blind, you don't understand how your face might appear to other people or even think about.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
And so like even the way your body reacts or you react, people can see things on your face that you might think that's not there because you're not even considering that.
Yeah, and that's happened. I've had that happen.
And that's why the mask, I could see that. I could see it. For me, the mask just infuriated me, drive me fucking crazy. So I'm seeing these fucking eyes, and everyone's eyes look so big, like big. Because all I see are their fucking eyes. So I can't see their fucking nose and their mouth. I can't see them smile. I can't see their whole face. So I can't recognize faces at all because I'm terrible at that anyway. So that's crazy. So what do you think about that? So as you've gotten older, this is actually a good question, honestly. If you've gotten older, have you guys learned to try to tone down your facial expressions because people have told you they can see things? Like I know you mentioned it, obviously, Koala.
Well, and I have. If I think about it, absolutely. Like I can do a poker face. I can do a world-class poker face. But every once in a while, somebody catches you at a moment where you just were like, I didn't have enough coffee for that comment.
I think for me, it's still involuntary. You know what I mean? It's like, I just react, without, and like Cruise Control was saying, I don't realize I'm doing it. And somebody will be like, oh, you're not happy with this, are you? And you're just like, oh, how the fuck did they know? I thought I was doing a good job of hiding it. Yeah.
Because you're not realizing that they're looking at your facial expression. So in like a neutral expression is always the best way to do it. But then but then again, when you're in a social situation, it's almost the same thing as when you're like in front of like a speaking engagement or something like that,
Oh yeah.
And you're like, hey, you're not worried about that then. It's almost like you got it under control then. Like kind of, because you're but then again, I wonder if you do. I wonder if you've been in speaking engagements, either you guys, and someone that says like asks you a question and you just got stink face going and you don't even realize it. Like, hey,
well, like the guy who asked me one time, this is back when I wore a talking watch, and I said I open it up for questions, and the guy says, I said, any question? You know what I was talking about? Obviously, the organization I work for. Well, this idiot in the back goes, hey, you're blind, but I noticed you have a watch on. How do you tell time with the watch? And I must have made a face. I had to have.
And I think that's a good thing. I think, sometimes you gotta, it's a beautiful thing. Make that face, because why are we so passe, or passive in social, when somebody says something stupid, I mean, to a point, I think you got a right to make a face,
True.
And it's very entertaining for the rest of the group.
Well,
so
for me, that's an interesting way of looking at it, because I'm into personality stuff. And for me, I think it's always, especially when you're around people you don't know, like I think you can let your guard down Like you'll like for instance, you'll never see me pulse, as I call it, in front of anybody I don't know. I'll never do it in a
mixed
doctor's
crowd
office, or like if I'm waiting in a waiting room or on a bus. You're not going to see me rocking back and forth like. But in my house, I'm like a goddamn seesaw. Or around people that I know, I'll bring my fucking rocking chair and they go, "Oh yeah, we got you. Right. Come on, put you over here." And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah," and I'll rock because I'm comfortable. Right. And so I think it's a good idea to have that because if people can read what you're what that's how people manipulate you a lot of times is they'll read what your
looks are. Yeah.
And you think you're not, and you want to let certain people know only what you want them to know. So you know what I'm saying? Like
right. And it's hard to hide that.
Maybe it's just me.
For me, at least.
I can see some because a lot of people say, "Fuck that shit. I'm going to be who I am all the time." Blah blah blah. And I'm different like that. I kind of calculate because people are fucking.
Well, sometimes you can't.
People.
Well, I mean, or let's say it's an employee boss situation. Your boss says something, you're like, "You stupid bitch," and you want to just make an expression, but you can't.
And that's the thing about facial expressions. That's a good way of putting it, Max. Is a facial expression that's really intense is just like you saying, "What fuck you." It's almost like putting your middle finger up, but your face goes like if you like snarl, like when someone says, take out the Bill, I want you to sign these papers and go to the
right.
Like, well, don't even say anything. Okay, Bill.
Well, my dad had this friend one time. This guy was an attorney, and we were at a restaurant, and I guess something he wanted, extra this, extra that, and a little light on, one of those crazy orders that's really insane, with a like light on the this, but heavy on the that, and da 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 da. So finally, I guess the waiter rolled his eyes, and then my dad's friend goes, "Don't you roll your eyes at me, young man."
Yeah, and when he should be saying, "Okay, maybe I just won't tip him very much, but I'm not going to piss off the guy bringing my food."
Right? Spit your shit or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, but I had a client. A friend of mine had a client, and we went out to dinner, and I was just appalled. It was the same behavior. He's like having them build the dish from the ground up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, how about you just don't order that? Because if you've got all these instructions, poor waiter. I'm like, I'm never going out to dinner with this guy again.
Right. Oh, those kind of people are embarrassing,
It's time consuming.
I would like 3/4 of the amount of onions.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. It was, so can I have this dish, but can you substitute this for that and do this for that? And it's a Chinese place. I'm like, you're lucky if they can actually understand what you're saying right now. Because I'll tell you right now, I have to just order by the number. Like, I'll have the number 24, please.
You can't even pronounce it. It's Makla Schleikan Dongbong or something.
I mean, lovely place, but they did not have English. And so, I'm like, yeah, don't get too specific because you're not, that's embarrassing. And you're stressing them out and you're stressing me out. And no.
Well, that's like my grandma used to, when we go to eat Chinese food, and she'd always tell them, "Go light on the MSG, please." And we're going, yeah.
Sure.
Well, first of all, any or I'm going to say it, Oriental or Asian place you are going to, Max, probably is not going to be having MSG at all in their food.
Probably
MSG is found in the shack on the corner on 5th and Martin Luther King.
The places I might go now might have MSG, but you're right. Growing up,
Yes, no.
But it's also in a lot of food. You don't think it's in like wheat thins and other, people who say they're very allergic to MSG probably eat it every day.
They probably do. You're right.
Because it's in so much crap.
Shit. We all eat shit. We all eat processed. We're fucked in that way. We all eat. We can't get away from it. If you live in a city, your water's processed.
Oh yeah.
Your water's not water that's just water. It's water that's been filtered and refiltered and through your sewage and all that shit. And
that's Vegas, man.
That's Vegas. But I'm talking about, but even my water is still filtered. It's still fucking purified.
True.
Even though
it's pretty good water, though. I gotta say, I like it.
Yeah, it's because it's less crap to purify. It takes less to do it, but there's still stuff in there.
True.
We don't even know about, like plastics and shit, man. If we knew all this shit, we're
Oh, that's another thing. I just found out today.
And I
that,
was talking earlier about being happy. Let's keep it happy, guys.
Let's keep it-
I'm like, fucking
Hold on
back there.
world.
Yeah, the DuPont or whatever it is.
The
Company,
more
I don't know.
wine that I drink, the more. And by the way, here's another thing I was thinking about. Max, you're gonna be barely buzzed in like an hour, while Koala and I are gonna be like
be riding high, like, yeah, man, fuck this. I'll be the
man.
babysitter. Am I the designated driver tonight? Is that the deal?
You might be. You
The
are
voice of reason.
yeah.
He'll be calming us down. He'll be like, guys, it's really okay. No, it's not.
The voice
Start-
of, oh shit,
dude,
if I'm the
uh,
voice of
dude,
reason,
yeah.
something's wrong.
Hold on. Let me pause this while cruise control stops crying.
That's funny. Actually, you know what? We were talking about faces earlier, and I guess this is a nice segue for what Koala and I were talking about last weekend
Oh shit.
about sighted people who insist we feel their face.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
I think we mentioned that. We haven't mentioned that on this one, have we?
I
Just
don't
like the
think we
whole
have.
mask, because you mentioned the whole feeling, the fart, you're smelling the farts and the mask bullshit with about, if you don't understand colors, you'll never. Red is not hot. Stupid.
Oh, that yeah, we've gone over that a bunch of times.
Yeah,
But no, we've
this
actually
one's
had.
the feeling the face. So you guys have had recently, like, is that like a romantic? I wonder if dudes.
Oh,
okay,
no,
I gotta ask. Okay, here's a question. All right, Koala.
Okay.
Do dudes try to like play up the romantic shit with you by going, do you want to feel my face? Or like they put your hands on your face. Like, do you
That's what we were talking about.
feel who
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am?
Yeah.
You're
but
like,
you know,
I want to fucking feel your chest and see if you have any muscles. I don't give or maybe
Right.
figure
Well,
that
but
out.
I had a guy, and this was really hilarious. I will never forget him. And he was into the face thing, and I was assisting in a seminar, and so I'm like ready to go on break and get away from people. And I want to introduce myself. I'm so and so, and here's my face. And I thought, oh great, yeah. Now here we go. It's like, and here's my shoulders and my arms. And I'm like, he was proceeding down the body.
He wanted you to know how buff he was probably.
Yeah.
He's like I'm a smart shaggy. I realize that she can't see my
She'll
face.
feel my
And
muscles,
she
man.
can't see my muscles, but if she feels my face, she'll feel how attractive I am.
And this is another time when a mask would have been great because, he was saying like, I just want you to, be able to experience me, and you can't do it visually. And I remember walking out, and my mentor caught me up, and we were going to go to lunch. He's like, the look on your face is just fucking priceless right now. You look like you just got hit with a stun gun.
All right.
I'm like, nobody's done that.
Okay,
Right?
I got an interesting question for you as from a sighty, because I am a sighty regardless. When you can see, you are a sighty.
Right.
It's sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you're Asian, you're kind of white.
You're still an Asian. You're still a buckethead, right?
No,
Jeez.
come on, dude. You're gonna get us nailed off that. Man.
Yeah. We
I'm
can't be
talking about the
controversial.
whole point that like, oh well, you're I mean, this is a bad. It was a joke that you'll figure out.
Well, yes, you got to be careful with me because I'll push it. But anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Push it.
Being a sighty.
And even the sighty word is kind of funny because that's allowed. That's an interesting concept because sighty is definitely not.
That's as derogatory
it's a pejorative as any other thing as well.
Right.
Shit.
Well, and
Right.
obviously it
It
offended.
really is.
It offended somebody on Facebook.
And like if a sighty said, "What's up, Blinks?" Like a lot of blindos would be like, "Oh,
right.
sorry, call me a blink."
Well, and then
that's what they call each other.
yeah,
Right.
but
We're
you're
getting
not
on
allowed
track
to
here.
do
What
it.
was I going to say? I was going back to
Faces.
Max. Well, fact.
You had a
going back-
question
okay.
for us, didn't you?
Okay, so when you find someone attractive and you haven't touched them yet to see how they feel, like is that like one of the first priorities you guys have? And when you do, is it a hug? Like how do you know when you physically, or does it matter? Does it fit? I mean, because I know it does for obviously Max. If you hug some girl and you're like you're hot and you can feel the bones of her back, or whatever. I don't know if that's because you're like,
Oh yeah, and that's happened. But it's not a priority. Like
not
I
a
can't wait to
priority
touch
at
her.
all. Is it a priority at all, or like when you maybe Koala, you can give some feedback on that as a female, a true biological female.
Yes.
Who You have a vagina.
I do. I do
And
currently.
boobies.
Yes.
So how do you, and you're also a blink, a fucking blink. No. What do you go by? Like, when do you know, oh shit? Because I know there's got to be times you're like, this guy's really cool. And then I don't know. At some point, there's got to be a physical thing there, right?
Yeah, I think it's more, so I don't understand faces. That just all I will notice with a face is your bone structure and the muscles in your jaw, which don't really tell you anything about how attractive you are.
Yeah.
I don't understand why a nose that's too thin versus too, like it just doesn't.
But if you hug him and he's got such a beer belly that you have to lean forward to kiss him, because you can't actually kiss, what I'm saying? Like, you have to push over the field.
Yeah. So that, to me, now that might be a little superficial. I could probably, okay. I wouldn't break up with somebody who developed that, but I'm more in the fitness industry.
Right.
So I don't think I would initiate a relationship, but I do know that we all go through shit. And sometimes we let our bodies go a little bit. Yeah. So I'm not, so if I really truly was attracted to you on a
mental level, right?
Yeah. And it's not all physical. I mean, there's definitely like the ones that you're only attracted to on a physical level, and that's a certain body type.
Yeah, because that's interesting. It seems like it might be a certain body type for like you guys, instead of like just because with visuals, for me, it's there's different body types just looking at people, and it's really hard. That's why I'm trying to go with it. And I think a lot of times, these are good questions, because even I have been around blind people all my life, have no fucking idea what it's like to be blind. So right. I think I'm trying to find different kind of questions to ask.
Well,
you can see colors.
Well, here's the interesting
question. Like, physical attraction is physical attraction. It's like when you look across a room and I see a girl, or I look on a YouTube video and I'm like, oh my god, boom, it's there. I know exactly what I like about it. It's like it's. I don't have to fucking do anything else. I don't have to talk to him. I don't have to fucking even get to know him. I can look across the room and go, holy shit, that girl's amazing looking. And it does something to me, and it changes my perception of that person automatically. And I don't know if it's maybe a voice, maybe vocals do the same thing with you. When you hear a voice, it goes, blows your fucking mind.
I'll tell you a funny story. Okay. So when Kraken used to work with me, mm-hmm. and that's Cruise Control's nephew. So when he was working with me, there was a chick that came up to our table. We had like a resource fair or senior fair or something we were at. And she came up and she actually sounded pretty hot. So I was kind of flirting with her for a minute. Right. Well, then she walked away and I said, damn, dude, did you see her ring? He was like, she was bald, right? And I was like, bald, like me bald? And he's like, yeah, like you bald, like shaves her whole head kind of thing. And I went, ooh.
See,
hair is a chemo or something. Let's be nice.
Well, but it's still like kind of a turn on. Like, damn, a chick having a bald head like me, that's just I don't know. It kind of grossed me out a little bit. I was like,
interesting.
But could you? Okay, so here's the deal. So you couldn't get with the bald chick who had the hot voice, right?
Right.
But what about if you had someone who was really attractive and she came up and talked like that?
Barf. Oh yeah, that's barf too.
See? Because you guys associate, and I'm not saying I don't associate things with voices, because there are certain voices that I wouldn't want anybody to know.
Yeah, you can tell that story sometime.
I'll just say a phone sex conversation from hell. All I'll say, she was from North Carolina or some shit, and it was beginning of the internet. I'll leave it at that. But genius. Yeah, no. See,
but there's supposed to be very nice voices in North Carolina. I mean, come on.
Not this one.
She was she was on fentanyl before it existed.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, she called one time. It was early in the fucking morning. It was like 5 in the, because they're 3 hours ahead here, and it was like 5 in the morning or some shit.
Wait, why is she calling?
And she was calling for Cruise Control. This is when he was my roommate.
Okay, I was thinking you called her.
I didn't. No, I didn't. No.
This is back in 1999 when they first 2000.
Like 99, 2000, somewhere like that.
Yeah, when I first got my computer and I first got on the internet, and I was just on these fucking all over the place, 20
There
something.
were game sites, weren't they? That you were playing?
No, not this one. This is Love Link.
Oh, one of those kind of deals. Okay.
One of those forums. Shut up, Koala.
I'm sorry, I'm cracking another beer because we got Love Link going. And
Love Link. It was awful. There was a drum. It was awful. Just fighting all the time. And I met this girl there. It was terrible. Dude.
She called like 5 a.m. I answered. She's like, "Is JF there?" I'm like, thinking, dumb bitch, it's 5 a.m. So then later I said to him, I was like, dude, is she mentally retarded or something? She sounds it. And he's like, I don't think so. And then later came the phone sex situation.
that's so disturbing. It sounded like a southern version of my grandma, kind of like that whiny thing. It's like, Jesus.
I'll just say this. You know it's a bad phone sex session when you don't get off at all and you're just sitting there and she's going, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I'm so weird.
He walked
God.
I remember he walked out of the room and I was like, oh, so how was it, dude? And he's like, I didn't even fucking come. And I'm like,
Well, that sounds like she was like taking a shit.
Dude, it was, dude. Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay, so that's also another thing that's very unattractive since we're totally off the rails.
okay.
Is certain things people do in intimate situations. That'll be a deal breaker.
Oh, like farting?
that's-
Like right
well,
away?
no, I mean, well, yeah, right away, like first date if you're out to dinner. But I
Right.
mean, just like weird sex things, like that noise would be a huge turn off.
Like if he snorts while he's eating you out or something or some weird shit.
Yeah, or the yeah, that would
Here
be
we go.
weird.
This is what happens. Drunken sacred, folks.
that's what it is.
We're 30
I mean,
minutes
you
in, so
know.
now it's takeoff.
Just saying, IPA. Here we go.
That or if she queefs in my face. You know, that's
Well,
can't-
right. You
I
don't
don't
want them
think-
queefing in your face. We're
So-
talking too much, you know. Sometimes you're just like, okay, look,
Yeah.
can we just roll?
Yeah, you like that,
yeah,
baby?
I got you. Like,
You like
the
me
dude's just
grabbing
running
your
his mouth
ass?
and you're like,
Come
"Shut
on,
up."
tell me who I am. Tell me what my name is. Come on, girl. Come on.
Who's your daddy? Not you.
The soul. 75.
Uh-huh.
75. Soul.
So you mean like the guy trying to have a conversation like, oh yeah, you like the dick, don't you? You love the dick, don't you? Yeah. And
Yeah, and you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to space them
Yeah.
out. You're like, no,
Yeah.
it's fine until
Black
you start
Friday's this
talking
weekend
about
at
it.
Amazon. Yeah, Prime, baby. Oh.
If you just stop talking about the goddamn thing and let it do its work,
Yeah, look what I'm doing.
fine.
I'm sticking my dick in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in,
Are we
out,
in
in,
an
out, in, out,
aerobics
in, out, in,
class?
out, in, out, in, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's a workout class, man. It's like,
Exactly.
wow.
It's exercise.
Sex
I don't know.
Wow. Well, we jumped all the way from feeling faces to playing in dark places. I
No,
guess.
but it's still it's interesting. Like, so like when you like, let's say, I mean, did you ever, so you don't ever get like, I'll be honest, yet like if you like someone's cool and you hug them and you feel, and they go, oh,
Well,
they were, you know,
there was you remember shit breath, right?
yeah.
Oh, this chick, yeah, she had some vile breath. Well, the thing, I was
Shit
kind of
breath.
digging her.
We made a song about it.
Yeah, we did make a song about it actually.
Right.
But she she came up to my, this is when I was living in the dorms when I was in college, and I was kind of digging her, whatever. So we're in my room and it's just us, and so I figure we'd start making out. Well, I couldn't really do it too long because she had fucking shit breath, like straight up shit breath, and I was like, oh, and that was just a turn off. We were done.
Yeah, but how do
Yeah.
you not like at some point
Mm.
brush your teeth or God?
Well,
I bet. Well, then again, a lot of people who drink a lot of coffee
that's true.
automatically coffee will give you absolute. You have to brush your teeth a lot, and people don't really think about it, especially.
I think
when you're
soda
young.
does too. Soda gives you some ass
I'm sure
breath too.
someone probably told her at some point.
Tea actually, I think, gives you kind of nasty breath.
Coffee, definitely.
Well, coffee, yeah, but you know it. So, like I'm a coffee drinker in the morning. I'd take, down a couple cups in the morning, and I know, brush your teeth, have your Altoids, because you just drank black coffee. You know, like
Have your coffee.
you know.
Don't brush your teeth until you have your coffee. Drink your coffee, brush your teeth, and then go from there.
Right.
Yeah, after the coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, unless I'm going to go out for a jog before I have my next cup. But you know, it's just like you gotta have your tools. But what I
Yeah.
noticed was a lot of tea drinkers don't realize
Yeah.
it makes their breath kind of gnarly. It's not like coffee breath. It's like this kind of weird stanky kind of, how do you describe it?
Well, that's why I was saying soda kind of does it too. Like it kind of gives you that drunk. I don't know.
Coated mouth. Oh, and of course, alcohol. All alcohol does.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
That's but definitely soda has that coating mouth because it's actually sugar.
Well,
it's probably the
eating your
fucking mouth.
eating your teeth.
The acidic. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm just talking about. I'm literally talking about the physical proportions of a person. I'm not talking about breath. I'm like when you hug someone, and you kind of meet them, or something like that. You grab their arm or whatever, and they're like just not the one stuff you prefer. It's gonna make you go a little bit. It has to.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and here's an interesting thing. Like I didn't realize because I don't look in the mirror. So for me, I'm muscular, and so I'm not like a skinny person, but I've got a shape. So I sometimes overthink like, oh, my arms are too big, my legs are too big. And then I'll ask people about that. They're like, oh, you look fine. And so it's a weird thing where I feel it differently. But then I think too, it's also gonna
question. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. I think too also what are you attracted to? Like when you look at the internet and you go, oh, that chick's fine. Are you a boob guy? Are you an ass guy? Are you a leg guy? Do you like
I'm a proportion guy. I don't like women who are overweight. I don't like overweight women.
Yeah. And are you
I have no problem admitting that because some people hate that. Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you don't like,
Well, Cruise Control did it for me earlier when he said, what if you feel the bones in her back? Because he knows I don't like really, really thin chicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And some people do. Some people love that, like the collarbone, the heroin chic look.
Yuck.
See, that's a thing.
Where it's way fish.
Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. If you went, hey, this girl's pretty cool, and you felt her collarbone under your hand, when you could feel her rib cage, that might be attractive to some people. Like I said, you don't like that, and I think it's the same thing with this. I don't like it the other way, and that's fine with me. Because if someone doesn't like me for being visually impaired, then that's
true. Yeah.
They have every right not to.
Right.
Well, and I'm going to say something controversial because I can. So overweight, like a little chunk on you, is not necessarily unhealthy, but I think there is a degree of overweight in men and women that shows a disregard for your body.
Yeah, obesity.
And it kind of shows how you are.
Oh God, this new fat fitness bullshit where it's these people are like 400, 300 pounds in ballerina outfits and shit, like acting like they're really fit.
No, stop it.
Give me a fucking break.
That's pretty disgusting shit, man.
No, because you can't possibly be, because you can't move your body around without actually hurting your damn bones. You can't lift that weight all the time without. There's nothing wrong. And I think that BMI is very deceiving. And I think the problem with it is they say, oh, everyone's overweight, but overweight is different. If you can run a mile and run 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, and you're chunky, you're not out of shape. Because you can run 30 minutes a day,
absolutely,
when you're quote unquote chunky, which means you have a little bit extra weight on you. But sometimes bodies need that weight because that's how they are anyways. And that's right. I think that's one of the weirdest things about people think, oh, this is who I am. No, I'm sorry. 400 pounds is not who you are. That's not who anybody
you
is.
have to look at what you've got. So when you just look at weight, I come out with the body mass index obese. I am certainly not. I'm like a size 6, but I have very heavy bones. I have muscles, and I'm a heavy person.
Well,
and so
okay, good, yeah, keep on.
So if I were to drop down to what the appropriate weight for my height would be, which I tried to do in my earlier years, I was gaunt. I mean, I was very unhealthy. person. So you can't look at that because
You
what
gotta
you
look at
have to
your
do
own
is look at
chemistry.
what the weight is.
Yeah.
So when you're overweight, even if you have, somebody that has more mass,
Yep.
it's the squishy, overweighty, I can't move my joints.
Yeah.
I have all these pains because every time I walk, I hurt myself and my knee, I need to get double knee replacements and then I'll get my hips done.
The
And then
gut weight that's there,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it sits there, or the thigh weight on different people.
Or they're
But
out of
I
breath
think-
after climbing steps, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I think I want to just say something, and there's also the aspect that people don't realize there are different body types. There's 3 different body types: endomorph, mesomorph,
Ectomorph, I think.
ectomorph. Yeah, there's the really thin type body type who's just really thin, who has trouble gaining weight. They have trouble gaining muscle. Then there's the endomorph. I'm the middle person. I'm the guy who's like right in the middle one, who's kind of like lean and can be lean. But then there's also people who are more compact and more just like thicker. Like my brother is more like that. He's not as tall, but he's wider. And it's not because he's wider because he's, fat. It's just his body type. Like if he lost, whatever, if he was, in the perfect shape, he would still be squat and thick and big. And like you see these wrestler guys who are just fucking massive, and they're like they're not massive because their muscles they're massive because their bones are fucking huge because they're big.
Right.
Well, and
They're
they
not
have different types.
They can't get that fucking massive without that. There's no way.
Yeah, and they have different types of muscle fibers. Because I worked with a guy, and he said, "I'm an ectomorph," and I'm like, "Okay." And nobody believed him. And he was the teacher in a seminar, and he said, "Yeah, I have to work very hard," because he was kind of shorter and squat, and he had a lot of muscle. And he said, "Jeannie, how hard do you have to work to get your muscles bulked?" And I'm like, "Actually, I have to not. I have to do more reps and shred because otherwise I'll look like gorilla shoulders, and I'm not big boned and I have dense bones, but I'm also not very tall." So I said, "No,
Exactly.
I'm a mesomorph. I just don't look like it."
Well,
Yeah, I'm the guy who just like I've been starting to do these sorry to go back to interrupt.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't even talked in a bit, so why don't you go ahead, man? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh no, it was actually you finish your point, man, because I was going to go back to something here in a second because I was interested if Koala gets this sometimes.
Okay, so my point is like I'm kind of the same way where, and I think Max is where you do a little bit of exercise, like I do some things. I definitely could be. I'm like a farm boy. I got a farm boy build. You know what I'm saying?
Like the corn-fed look, right? Like
kind of corn-fed, like big shoulder, like, hey boy, I'm not fucking fat, I'm not thin, but I got a fucking kind of trunk. It's interesting how different bodies are like that. So I think that's I think that is definitely the something that no one wants to think about. Is like you're never gonna look like a certain person or be like, and then you guys don't have to worry about that, which is one goddamn blessing. I give you guys some serious.
Well, we do because we live in the same world.
Yeah.
And so
it's more frustrating in some ways, but in ways it's less frustrating because you like people don't expect you to.
Well, for me, it's
once someone knows you're blind, it seems like they give a little more leeway.
Well, but that's not always a good thing either.
That's what I'm saying. But there are certain benefits, like people will give you, like if you don't wear a certain type of shoes, Max, someone might judge me differently than if I wore a certain type of shoe because they would say, "Oh, well, this person can actually see what the fuck they're wearing."
And actually,
it's not fashionable this year. While with you, they go, "Oh, I don't give. Oh, well, he's just I understand why he would wear that." You know,
right? Well, okay. Here's a good example. Like when I corp up, like if I have events for work or whatever, I always get shit from my assistant because I'll have white socks on with black slacks because that's all I got is white socks. So, I know that's like a big thing to a lot of sites.
Everybody there is judging you on that, even though they aren't judging you, but they are because they can't help it because they can see. And it's a blessing and a curse.
Right. But then they give me that leeway you're talking about where it's like, well, he's a blind dude. Whereas if I were sighted, they might
like if I were going to a formal party, I would never Like if I go to a friend's house and I'm wearing white socks with my pants, I don't give a fuck. But if I go to a fucking party, I will like a formal party. I would never wear white socks with black slacks.
Well, it's funny. I had to buy some black
Never.
socks because I'm going to be a best man at somebody's wedding.
Exactly. And
So-
they cannot, they would go, no. You got to buy some nice shoes that are actually, you know, you got to buy different shoes because, you know, you can't wear your normal shoes. And, you know, otherwise you might go, I don't give a fuck. No,
no, normally I wouldn't care, but you're right. I had to get, you know, shoes that match my tux and
then they got to match
black
the other
socks.
tuxes. So you probably have to have matching ties with the other fucking dudes.
Yep. That's exactly what I had to do.
Yeah, and you're like,
like, oh god, fuck this. Yeah,
and you don't understand it, but it's just as important as that voice. You know, it's you can't get around it.
So
it's just different for all of us. And,
yeah.
So you were going to go back, Max.
Oh, I want to go back to something because I want to see if Koala gets this. Remember when we did the show about the chick that was letting me touch her tits? Like, here, you want to feel my tits? You know, because I know you can't see them, so you want to feel what they feel like. So, Koala, do you get guys that, you know, try to get you to grope them up like that too? Like,
well, that's what she's saying about that guy. She wanted that guy to feel I'm sorry.
Even something that's more suggestive, like you want to feel my ass, you want to feel how big my dick is. You know what I mean? Do they go that far?
You know, I've not had that. I've had some pretty offensive things, but it's usually more directed in my you know.
For you, yeah, okay.
Yeah. You know, I had one guy that was convinced that he knew me because there was a girl at his high school that was blind.
Oh God.
And he's like, you know, and I'll never forget that rack. And I'm like, what? I just dropped my jaw. I'm at the bar and I'm like, yeah. And he just wouldn't let it go. And I'm like, you know, you're just kind of a piece of shit right now. But I've
Never
not had
that,
anybody do
well, I had
the other way.
There was a girl I remember at a party back when I was in Toastmasters, and she started the whole thing with, you know, you want to feel my face, and then it got to, you know, you can touch my tits if you want. I know you can't see them, so you can touch them. And we're just like, no. And then she's taking my hand, putting them on her tits.
Yeah, like it's almost like a charity thing. Like, hey, look at the blind guy touching my tit, and you're supposed to go, oh yeah.
Yeah, and the dumb-sighted guys around me are like, dude, you're an idiot.
Dude,
you know?
no. What you should have done, dude, is you should have gripped him, and you should have fucking just like play with her nips, dude. Like just like, got them all hard. She'd probably you know, like just fucking just, you know, like I'm saying, like literally in front of everybody. So just grab and go, hey, yeah, these are nice fucking tits. Oh, and then just start, you could have gone fucking doing like this, you know, doing the flicker and the whatever the hell you're
flicker
doing.
nipple.
No, you could have gone the other way and just grabbed him and gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen bigger.
That's okay. Not great, because there is a thing that females do, where they do feel like there's some females that like to be with guys that have disabilities, either in wheelchairs or blind or whatever, because there's this crazy like codependent nurturing female weirdnessy thing. So I think that's why guys wouldn't do it. I think they'd be more afraid I'd punch them in the face.
Right. But you're right, there is that there is a weird mommy, I want to mommy you, I want to nurture you and help you, and you know, and you're right, there are some women that get that, you know. And I've had it.
So just tell him, be like, look, you got some weird banana tits. I mean, they're not great, you know.
They're not great.
Banana tits. Banana tits.
They're not great. Really.
They kind of sag a little bit there. Hold on, let me feel underneath. Oh, you got to build up sweat under there. Oh,
yeah. I mean, you know, you got like 36 longs right now. I mean, they're just not
longs.
You got dipples?
I don't know.
Dick nipples?
You know, however you can.
I can feel the hair on your nipple, but over your shirt. Ooh.
Did you nurse a lot? I mean, did you?
Do you use chapstick? These are cracked.
Yeah.
I can feel.
Somebody suck on these before you let me touch them, or what?
Is that how you got this little hole in the shirt? Your nipple poke?
Yep.
So I had a question for you. Another one. So what do you guys feel? And I know I'm asking these kind of like, so hi, what do you guys feel?
No, but these are I like these questions.
All right. So what do you guys feel about it? Definitely. And I need to get some more here. I gotta grab it.
You do.
I gotta go over and grab it up. I have it by my sink, so I don't have to leave you for a moment here.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We can talk shit. We can hold it.
I'll ask you the question, and then I'll go from there.
Okay.
What do you guys feel about visual compliments? Like, oh, you look fucking hot in that shirt. You look fucking so handsome, or you look fucking, your tits look good, or Brett, your shoulder, oh my God, you got a good looking fucking face.
I actually, you know what? I like him. I don't know. I can't speak for Koala, but I do. Like just today, my brother complimented me on, hey, dude, you're actually looking leaner, dude, and like a little more muscular. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I thought it was kind of cool. I don't, what do you think of him, Koala?
Must be different for a female as well.
No, I like them if they're not done in a creeper way.
Yeah,
but I actually
like
do...
you have a nice rack. Or I remember that rack from 6th grade.
Right. I mean,
Probably
that's
a good one.
That's
a good example of just creeper. Like, you're gone. No, you failed.
In Death Valley of all places. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've never met you.
Oh God, is that where he lived, in Death Valley?
I was visiting Death Valley. I ended up in a bar.
Let her know she had a nice rack when she was in high school.
Yeah.
You were blind with a nice rack, and that's how I know it's you.
I remember you, man.
But no, I also
blind with the rack. Blind with the.
But I did some performance stuff, and I did, I was a singer for a long time, and then I also did, some PR work where it was. I wanted to be noticed for that because it was something a lot of blind people didn't aspire to that I knew. So I think that's more where I went with it. It was important to me because I wanted to learn how to be not normal, but I knew that you had to exist in the world as it is, and a vast majority of the world is sighted. Right. And so it's a lot of how you carry yourself. And that was kind of drummed into me at a very young age, how you walk, how you, your stature. Right. So not just, your rack, but,
your visual presentation, how you come across. Yeah. Like, don't rock in public.
Like clean and
clean,
not smelling. And so, of course, not smelling is a pretty much no thing that should be.
I would think that would be normal.
But that's the weird thing. Why do so many blind people fucking stink?
Because nobody fucking tells them.
Nobody tells them.
How do they fucking not know that? They're fucking don't have it. They have 4 senses, not 5. They can fucking deal with 4.
Well,
come on now.
Nobody.
I'm sorry. It's bullshit. That's actually a great question because a lot of them fucking stink like dude.
Well, there was Koala had a story.
You could hear a fucking pin drop in the fucking other room, dude. And you can fucking, but you can't fucking smell the ball sweat rising from your crotch.
Well, Koala, tell that story when you were working. And that one blind guy was kind of stinky.
You have no excuse. You have 1 less sense to worry about. I have 5. I know when I smell. You have 4. You don't. You have no excuse. Sorry.
Well,
no.
No. I agree. And so when I worked at this very short-lived job as a fitness instructor, and I worked at a center for the blind, and this guy was going for a job interview, and I said, "Hey, can I take you aside?" And I did it really tastefully, which is great for me. And I said, "Hey, what are you going to wear?" He's like, "Well, I'm just going to wear, what I normally wear, like this." I'm like, "No, that's sweats. Can't do that because I know where you're interviewing. You got to have a nice blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you need to clean up some of the body odor. You need to shower. How often do you do it?" And I was just trying to help the guy. So I got called on the carpet for that, because he was offended. Wow. And I said, "You know what? Actually, I'm offended that none of you who were prepping him for the interview felt the need to do that, because that's condescending and it's completely prejudiced, and you're basically setting him up to fail. So if you don't like what I'm doing,
if you be prepped for an interview then by other people, then you got a problem in the first place.
Well, that's the thing. But at least,
sorry,
I mean, nobody.
Own yourself.
I mean, you think these people would have told them? You think these people would have told them, "Hey, man, you may want to shower and just kind of do your hair a little bit or something."
Well, there's some interview preps that are good. Like, okay, what colors should you wear? Black is very austere. Red is too flashy. So there's something to be said for some of that like guidance on how to interview.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be more than I just did it. I just prepped you.
Well, yeah, like, oh, well, you're ready to go, but how about some of the questions they'll ask or something, but
yeah, some of those things, but it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. But the point is that he should have been, at some point, somebody should have been, you kind of stink.
Well, and that's the thing. I think nobody ever did, and that's why he got offended. Like somebody actually, now you actually told him that, because I told somebody that I told you that story, and they got very. Oh, they didn't get offended, but they said, "Well, you're the only person that's told me that," and I'm like,
because no one else will tell you because we all know the reason, because low expectations lead to fucking discrimination.
Yeah,
and that's why they wouldn't tell the person, because they don't want to make him. He might fucking go home and take a whole bottle of fucking Sudafed if he hears he's he's a blind guy. We got to keep him fucking positive.
Yes,
which kind of goes back to the black socks, white socks and black socks. You say nobody thinks you should know that,
right?
You actually should know that.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And nobody's ever really said anything to me until somewhat recently, and I'm like, what? Yeah. Really? So it was kind of strange at first.
Now there's a difference between that, and I want to clarify this. There's a difference.
Oh, gee,
I got a cough.
Oh my!
I think I got the vid. Anyway,
yeah, you got the bud.
I got the coves. I got the coves. No. Now you fucking making me lose my train of thought. Okay. Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Talk about the what were we saying? We're talking about the socks.
Yeah.
And and you were about to tell some kind of story or something, right?
Yeah, it's about clothing.
Oh yeah.
But it's also like those people are also wrong when you are hanging out with your friends and you're in a casual atmosphere and you're wearing sandals with socks or whatever the hell I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Wearing white, but if you're wearing white socks with black shoes in the summer when you're hanging out with your friends just at whatever, go fuck yourself. That's the difference. That's what
that's
what? That's where the point is. Where
I know the situation.
Oh well, you need to fucking yeah, and you know the situation.
Yeah, because I that was the time I had sandals on and I was wearing black socks, and boy did my brother have fun with that. Remember?
Yeah, and that was bad, and that no, but I know you were in a place that maybe he could say, hey, don't do that in public, but then go, all right, let it go. I'm talking about, let's say you're hanging out with your friends and you walk over and you're wearing black shoes with white socks and shorts in the summer, and you go in the house and they go, oh, you're wearing, and you're like, dude, I'm at my fucking house, I'm you're hanging out what does it matter? With friends, like go fuck yourself, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's when I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it doesn't. It's just that we do get a little bit of leeway in the other situations, and that's reverse discrimination. It's the positive form for us, but it's also very condescending.
It's the discrimination through low expectation. Is what
yeah, exactly.
It's oh well, you let the blind guy stink a little. It's okay.
He doesn't know any better.
He doesn't know any better. We don't want to tell him because his self-esteem is so fragile already because he's blind. So we just can't tell him that he smells like a fucking someone vomited in a bowl of shit.
Right?
Yeah, which you should. You should.
Right.
You really should.
Or you smell like mildew. Like,
and there's been times,
the mildew ones, yes.
Oh yeah, oh god, the mildew.
Because
they don't, guys.
Because what they do is they leave their fucking laundry in the fucking washer and don't put it in the dryer right away. And so even though after they put it in the dryer, it still smells like mildew because
it sat there so long, right?
Yeah, it sat there so
marinated
long.
in the fucking wet.
Or I don't know how that. I don't even know. Is that it? Do you think that's it, Koala, the smell of mildew?
I think it permeates in the house. I think they're not cleaning.
Is that a Blink thing though? Because I don't know if I've ever smelled anybody else who smells like mildew. I mean,
okay,
really?
Here's the deal. I think a lot of blind people don't clean their baseboards. And they don't you got to go into the corners and you got
clothes. It's clothes or something. It's them or clothes.
Yeah, it's the clothing.
Yeah, no, but your clothes will pick up what the you ever so you ever go into a house where someone drinks too much, just all the time. And
It
it
smells like a
kind of
bar, right?
permeates the house.
Okay.
And there's like this kind of sweat and alcohol smell that just sort of is there. Well, if you don't clean your house, you know, well, I'm Scottish, so you know.
No, I'm sarcastic.
so you know, and they both mesh. But you know, like you kind of go into what their environment is like. Maybe they don't do their dishes. It just overall, it's gonna get to their clothes, and you can bet they're probably they're not drying things sufficiently. They're probably not hanging them up once they dry them.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole bunch of, well, they don't get taught basic skills.
Well, I had a coworker and she was sighted, but she always came to work smelling like cat piss because she had a million fucking cats, you know, she was the crazy cat lady. But yeah, she always came to work smell. I was like, damn, did she piss herself? And then I'm like realizing, oh wait, that's cat piss that I'm smelling. So
how do they not know that they smell like?
I guess it's like how a smoker can't smell cigarettes.
I know it's that's crazy. It's because you get so used to the way.
Yeah,
that's the scary part. That's when you know that you haven't showered in so long, is when you don't realize that you need to shower. Like, I mean,
that's vile.
When you get the waft from your nutsack, you know, after like squatting to fucking pick up something and go, okay, and you know, hey, I'm just gonna let that go. You know, and,
hell no.
And then like 5 days later, you're like, I don't know what's wrong with me. You know,
they're like,
think about it. Bums have to have gotten used to it because the stench is so bad on some people that they have no other alternative, or else they would have lost their fucking minds.
Oh, it desensitizes you. Yeah. I mean,
well, it's like I was saying.
Hope
you know, a smoker can't smell cigarette smoke on somebody. You know, like that's why you know kids of parents that obviously smoke. You know, our one buddy growing up, his parents smoked. So when he started, he was like, they can't tell because they can't smell it on me. You know, so yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Well, I never noticed it so much until I stopped having friends who smoked. And then now I can't stand to be around it.
Right.
It's because I haven't been around it. I mean, I can deal with it because my oldest brother smokes, but and then I've got another friend who is a protege of mine and he smokes. And I'm like, you've got to quit, because if you start working on people's necks and whatnot, you know.
He's a massage therapist?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it. This was like pre-pandemic that he did his internship with me, but
nothing worse than a smoking massage because then you smell it. I had one guy that was a massage therapist working on me one time that I could smell the smoke on him, and I'm just like, damn, dude.
Yeah,
it just distracts you from the whole experience.
Well, I never thought of how bad it was until I just wasn't around anyone who did it. And then I go visit my brother and I'm like, holy shit, you stink. And it's not just the smoke, but it smells dirty. It smells dusty.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole different sensation to
it. It's a very different, you can't, once you smell it, you just know, and it's always around them. You know, even
they're coughing their lungs out and you're just like, oh God, you don't want to have to wake up and cough like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a similar thing for weed smokers as well, because people can, you know, like once you smoke a bowl, you're gonna smell like it. If you smoke real weed, you're not gonna not smell it in your breath. It's the same thing as coffee or anything else.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, it is. It's exactly the same thing. The vapes might be a little different, but still, but actual real, you know, smoking, it's the same thing. You know, so it belongs to all of those. Alcohol, all of those. You know.
True.
We all fooled or tried to fool our parents.
Oh, of course, they're not going to smell it.
They can't smell the weed.
That's funny too.
Or the cigarettes or whatever else, you know.
Right. Anything that's on your.
Because that was one of the big things you do is like when you were a kid, you hit a weed at lunch, and then you smoke a cigarette.
To cover up the weed.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
If someone smells cigarettes on you in the classroom, they're not going to give a fuck. Regardless of how, you're under 18, I smell cigarettes. It's like, no one's gonna fucking.
Yeah, but if they smell weed, especially back then, for us, you know what I mean? Because we're in Nevada.
90s, no one gave a fuck about cigarettes. You know?
Yeah. Man. Actually, speaking of dirty motherfuckers, you know what this reminded?
We channel change a lot. This is called channel change.
Channel change.
Exactly.
Actually, I say we call
around.
We call it falling out the gum tree, because when koalas, they drink the gum syrup from the gum leaves, and then they wind up falling out of the tree because it gets them drunk.
How have you researched this?
Actually, I had a friend. This guy was from Australia, and he told me this. It was a dude I worked with at Camp
from the
Brooklyn.
gum tray.
Yeah, he was from Aussie country where the koalas roam, and he was telling me that. He said, they drink that gum syrup and they get some drunk and they fall out of the gum trees. And I'm like, oh shit. So excuse me.
Well, they're also kind of so this is not a nice name for me to have, because the koala spits on you.
It's not that nice.
No, they stink.
Do they? I've never been around them.
Well, I found that out from an Aussie that I know. Like,
Really?
Oh no, that's not a compliment.
So you guys were talking about this.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm a goat. If that's we definitely stink. I know that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
This might be a crisis here, guys. This might be
I know.
Well,
crisis. Well, they're both fluffy and cute looking, so that's fine.
Yeah,
but yes,
that's fine. But the deeper levels of the name.
The koala, yes. I drink gum and get drunk,
And
which I can't totally. Yeah, I was trying to avoid that reminder, but
the gum tree.
No, the stinking.
Oh, I didn't know that about them. I didn't know that about koalas. That's not something. Now I know that about goats because I've been around goats, but I'm a goat, and that's just what it is.
Oh yeah. If they're rutting, they stink. They can stink up a whole pasture.
Because you like to make people uncomfortable and shit like that. You'll fart and burp and stuff like that. and it's not about. See, I think that's if you're talking about a goat for yourself, it's almost like you're like it's like a metaphor, like you think because you permeate the air around you with your crudeness. There you go. Like chilling at the table when you're hanging out New Year's, like, and Turkey went, dude. And you went, I don't even know. It's like I just admit shit. You're like, bleh.
Well, that was a breakfast.
Wait. I just admit shit.
Emit, yeah.
Well, I didn't fart at the table. I burped at the table. That's all I did.
You would have farted at the table too, man.
Well, I felt comfortable. And I mean, shit, when you feel comfortable around people, you're like, oh, I feel good.
Well, see, everyone's eating, it's like, see.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
I love it. And I love your response. It's a good response. You go, bah. Like, fuck you.
Actually,
I'll do what I do.
Speaking of permeating things, I'm gonna let you guys talk
because you have to go.
Because I have to
take
piss.
a Bud Light moment. It's what we should call them BLMs.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta piss.
He's gotta go do a BLM protest.
My bladder's leaking.
No,
massively.
it's a Bud Light moment.
Bud Light moment. Bladder's leaking massively. All kinds of shit.
Right.
Run.
So I'll do, and plus I got to grab some more beer too. So you guys.
Well, yeah, because you got to get about 5 more.
Yeah, exactly. I probably will too.
By the way, we are at the 8:10 mark. I don't know how long we're going here, but we're
all right. Well, it's
knows?
Cool. I'll throw away the beers I got, and then I'm gonna go get some more. So hang out
Saturday night.
Yeah.
You folks will probably get this tomorrow or probably Monday, most likely. We'll throw it up Monday like we usually do. But it is the 29th of January, 2022. I'm hanging out here, cruise control with Koala.
Hey, I'll be Koala Harris.
Yeah, you will not Koala Harris. That
Koala
would probably
Harris.
be. So in other words, you let a bunch of imprisoned koalas in California burn in the forest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how much you see. Me and you, I think, are much more politically attuned than Max is, and there's nothing wrong with that because it probably keeps him saner.
Yes.
Do you know what's going on with the convoy today? That crazy shit that no one's talking about. There's fucking just 45 miles of trucks running through Canada. It's insane.
So I hadn't seen that. I had a pretty crazy work day, so I've
Man.
not been today
It's been-
very adept.
It's been
But-
going on for the last couple of days, and that's the thing. I think
Oh yeah.
that's-
Just
yeah.
the today update. Yeah.
But they're it's crazy what's going on there, and just a lot of stuff that no one even knows about. It's crazy. The world is crazy. So that's why we should talk about something interesting. Like, what the hell do you read? The hell you read?
I read all the time. So what I like to read is something that takes me into another place, because
Yes.
what I read for work is
Escapism.
science. And so it's everything for work is medical stuff. And so when I'm home, I read mysteries,
Okay. So
and
you
I
like
love
mi-
mysteries.
Okay, so mysteries. Now, here's where I'm going with this. I'm actually going in a direction with this. And do you watch movies? Because I don't watch movies. I read. I don't watch movies because movies are kind of like.
I haven't liked a movie well enough in
Yeah.
the last 20 years to really enjoy it, to be honest, other than like Christopher Robin or something obscure. I
And,
just don't, I find that they're crappy. I think they're too over dramatized, and no, I don't.
I don't think any of us have TV. Actually, do you have TV?
No, I have, Prime Video.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
and-
yeah.
and-
That's
and
what
that
I'm
kind of
talking
stuff.
about. Standard TV, like standard.
No,
cable. None of us.
Yeah,
have.
no, I
Yeah.
got rid of cable. Shit, what, 2 years ago, whatever. So
So I get where I'm going. Guess where I'm going with this is that you read, right? You read
Oh, yeah.
like yeah.
Several books a week.
Yeah.
I read all the time. So when I like music when I work out, and I like music, sometimes, but I've gotten so used to it in the workplace, but it's just not a thing that I do at home. So I like to put a book on.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
So
interesting.
I guess
I still like music. I put on music, just to hang
Well,
out and pulse to sometimes.
You never
My-
worked in
my-
a gym.
Well, that's true. Well,
My-
but the stuff
my
they're playing
point-
for you is usually like, what do they play in the gym usually? Like bagel and cream cheese music, or
Yeah.
Oh, no, you never know. You never know. But you're just around the noise all the time.
by the way, bagel and cream cheese is like Celine Dion and shit like that.
Yeah. But no, it's just constant sound. And so from when I get home, I like mysteries. And I think a lot of why I like it is that's also what I do with work, is that I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you, what you need, like on some level. I like the Conan Doyle idea of look at what's actually in front of you. Don't look at what you think is in front of you. So
Okay.
I got really into mysteries and suspense. And then I like to also go somewhere that I'm not. Like, I love not being in Cape Cod and being there and being like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, see, I guess what my point was about the fact you read, but none of us watch TV.
Mhm.
None
I
of
watch a
us
shitload of YouTube.
Yeah, everybody. I think all of us watch a lot of YouTube. I at least do. And I do it because it's focused, but like the media is just.
Oh God! Well,
I can't watch a new movie and not just be bored out of my fucking mind most of the time. Like any new cool comedy, I haven't seen a good comedy, and I don't even fucking know how long.
And if I do watch one,
I'm
I got to be
not talking
drunk or
about
something.
comedy specials in terms of one night, like stand up. I'm
Stand-up.
talking about
Stand-up's good.
There's been several good ones. But actual comedies. When was the last time you saw a new fucking comedy that was just so good you remember everything? Oh my god!
That's standoutish. Yeah, that's true.
When's the
Like I
last
even
time?
watched
Like,
what was it?
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which is like the second version of the second.
yeah, it wasn't that good, was it?
No, it wasn't as good as the first for sure. I mean, it was all right. I got a few laughs, but you're right. There wasn't stuff that was
It
just
wasn't
memorable.
something you're going like, this is great. Like this is like, when's the last time you saw a great? Like I'm talking like 20 years, 15 years. I saw a great fucking comedy.
Probably the last best comedy.
Think about it. The last great comedy you saw, like the old maybe Eat Me, Myself, and Irene was really good. That was
How about Scary Movie? That was pretty funny.
But
See,
that was
I love-
2001, dude. That was.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. It was probably
it's
probably been like 20 something years.
dude.
I'll go further back. I love like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels,
Oh,
like
wow.
shit that actually is kind of intellectual.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
you're watching these two con men try to outsmart this
Oh,
person
yeah.
they don't know is a con woman, and
Yeah.
it's brilliant. You know,
New-
stuff like
new,
that.
New prick. The guy
Uh-huh.
with the
Ruprecht.
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 What-
Ruprecht. Yeah, Ruprecht.
We're all
Ruprecht.
going to go. Yeah, Steve Martin's in it. Michael
Yeah,
Caine.
yeah.
You know, brilliant acting. You know,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been banging your pots again, haven't
But that's 30 fucking years ago.
you? I know,
Literally.
that's scary.
I know, isn't it? Like,
Fucking-
damn, it was that long ago. It doesn't seem that long ago.
Yes, it does.
It's
what I
it's
mean.
a
It's a
long
long
time.
time ago
Fletch,
for us.
things like
Oh,
that.
Fletch.
where
Oh
you're
God,
just-
yeah, Fletch is ages
Oh,
ago.
dude.
You're right, but
Fletch is one of the best movies
That was-
ever.
that was like 1985, wasn't it? Something like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
Fletch is okay. I was more into. I mean, there was a lot of Fletch was good. I mean, they were all better than anything out today.
Oh yeah, anything you watched? Yeah, I haven't heard of any.
I mean,
good new-
and the thing about like you ever what was in the 80s? Here would be we'll do some improv here. Here we go. This is a 1980s trailer for a movie. He's back. Run! On October 3rd, he'll be there. Run! No, stop! Friday the 13th, part 5. All right,
Okay.
here's a 2020 trailer. He's back. How do we kill him? Use the gasoline. 5 minutes later.
well, you
You know what I'm
forget
saying?
you forget
The-
the loud
yeah.
rock music. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the
Yeah,
bodies hit
bodies.
the floor.
Jason Voorhees is back. How do
But
we
it has to
stop
be
him?
so
We have
loud.
to grab the crystal of love. So the whole
The
plot,
crystal.
the whole point. My point is the whole plot is laid out in the trailer. You
Right, so
see
the trailer
every-
gives you the
like
plot
old
already.
school trailers were like on October 31st. No, Halloween.
But
And they wouldn't show a killing. They wouldn't show any of the
No.
killings. They would just show his face. Now in the trailer, it's like people in firefighters' outfits. Michael's coming up the door, and they show him stabbing through the dart in the trailer. It's like,
well,
you know.
I've seen
What happened to the old guy? They never knew
oh, he's
the fear
No, it was in a
that
world.
could happen.
Yeah, it was
Now,
in a
one
world.
man in one town has one chance.
at one life with one woman. Meryl Streep. Harrison Ford.
Although, you know what? There have been a few.
A Ford to Streep.
Uh-huh.
A Ford to streak.
Streep.
Although I have seen like Split. I like that. I saw that a few years ago.
No, there are still some good movies. That's not the question.
Get
but
Out
it's
was
just
good.
not the same as I mean, like there's a guy, Professor of Rock. I've talked to him before, but he has a new thing today where he actually has some comparisons with the top songs today and yesterday, and it's just amazing. Like top 10 songs from this week in 1983. Number 1, Men Down Under. You know,
Ding, ding, ding.
all right.
But a
And-
minute at work.
yeah, Men at Work. In this list is Africa by
Oh,
Toto.
damn.
Is
Yeah.
Maneater by Hall and Oates. Is
Uh-huh.
Rock the Casbah
By the Clash.
by the Flash. is oh god, what's the one that the duo? Also Marvin Gaye. Sexual Healing. In the same
Damn.
top 10.
So that would have been what, 1982?
1983,
83?
January of 1983. We're
Yeah,
talking the
83.
same top 10 and these songs still are just played all over the place today.
Right. Yeah,
Tell
yeah. That's true.
me, you tell me that. I mean, does anybody play WAP anymore?
I don't think so.
Mirror
Nah.
WAP, what that pushing? You hear that at all anymore?
No.
Or like the whole, like, you know, any one of Beyonce's songs Who plays those anymore?
Anyone of
Well, that's
new,
true.
any new song, the last like 15 years, they don't play. But did you hear these songs? All the songs I mentioned, Africa.
You still hear them today.
Africa has
Yep.
2.5 billion views on Spotify.
Damn.
Oh,
Wow.
and Down Under, forget it.
Oh.
I don't even know what he says.
We could hear from a man down under. If it didn't go in the chum under, whatever he says.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, it works.
Can you hear from the thunder? You better run because brother's coming.
Say,
Back is
come
coming.
on.
Actually, you know, that takes me back to your conversation with your Australian friend. So when he's telling you about, because how did that conversation even go? Did you say like, yeah, my friend calls me Koala, and he was like, what? Well, that's not a compliment. Why would he call you that?
Yeah, he said they really they drink gum and they get drunk off the tree gum, and then they're not happy animals. They spit at you and they stink. I said, well, okay. All right. That's about as far as we went with it.
All I knew was the gum thing, drinking the gum syrup, but I didn't know anything about spitting, and I didn't know anything about stinking. So
well, Koala, you know, maybe it's the stink of success.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
think
just
so.
the bitterness that other people smell from your awesomeness, and it's only their perception of your greatness that makes them envious and resentful towards you, so
See?
they perceive it as a stink.
see, you know what? He'd make a great government employee. He could justify anything.
And I just feel very unsafe that this person from Australia who knows about these animals brought that to my attention. I feel that I was very unsafe in that moment because it was making me uncomfortable. I just, I hope that you guys know that.
The trade-off is that you don't live in Australia right now, so you're definitely safer than he is.
That's true. That's true. Fuck you, Steve.
Listen, excuse me. I'm trying to give you information about yourself. I'm trying to bridge the gap between your subconscious and your conscious, because since I'm outside of both, I can see both. I can bridge that gap for you.
It's painful, isn't it? It's very painful.
You, Koala. And you too, Maxwell. I see the crevices and the broken places in your soul, and I can feel them. I can bend.
Oh, I don't want you filling my crevices now, man. I definitely don't want you filling any of my crevices.
Of course, you're going to go that way. Of course you would.
Yes, you do, because you're drinking Bud Light. And
you're blocking me.
Freaking Bud Light.
You're stonewalling me with your empty cans of Bud Light, and you think it's a fortress, but I can break through those in just a second.
Oh fuck, man.
You're not there enough. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is, okay, here's what you need to do.
Shotgun one.
Fill your tub with water. All right.
Okay.
All right. I want you to go ahead and you got to have a lot of resin somewhere around there in some place. Just scrape the shit out of some pipe and make a water bong out of a 2-liter bottle.
Oh man.
Are you doing a gravity?
I was gonna say gravity bong, huh?
Do a gravity bong in your tub with the resin that you have from the bottom of your tub. Or from wherever else you want to find it.
Is it okay if there's a few toenails in it too?
Probably protein.
So I was mean enough. I packed. This one guy was really mean to me one time, and he was a neighbor of my brother's, and I packed his pipe underneath the pot with toenails. And I don't regret it.
Was there something else? Wasn't there boogers too that you put it in or something?
I think I just did toenails. Yeah, no, he peed in my luggage.
Toenails.
No, this was okay. This was when I was.
Let him tell a story.
No, he was an asshole. And he thought I was picking on him and I wasn't. And I woke up the next day. I was like, I slept on my brother's couch and I get up and I go into my suitcase and I'm like, someone has perfectly pissed into my bag on my clothes. And no
Perfectly pissed?
Yeah,
because-
what do you mean
because
perfectly
it
pissed?
was zipped up. It was zipped up. Like the rest of us who weren't, everybody else was drinking except this one guy. And he used to smoke pot, but he didn't get so
did he
inebriated.
unzip your bag like a little bit?
Yeah,
Stick his dick
He
in and-
unzipped it and pissed in it because none of us, if we would have even had a thought to do it, would have been able to manage it. So I knew it was him. So the next day,
That's a fucking song, man. I'm telling you right there.
I know. So I packed a pipe with toenails.
I packed that pot with toenails because she pissed inside my bag.
Pissed in my bag.
I don't know. That's kind of koala-ish, like spitting, like same thing.
I packed this pot with toenails because he pissed inside my bag.
Pissed in my
Was a stupid
bag.
bastard, so I got and fucked his dad. No.
What did you say? I fucked his dad.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that, but we could add that to the song. Yeah, we could do that. That's not. It's not koala-ish. He deserved every bit of that.
He did.
All right, a
He
little
just
bit.
did.
All right,
Oh,
it's a little bit
You
koala.
should have taken a spoonful of dookie and then put it there, and that would have been enough.
Oh, there you go. Shit for piss for shit.
But,
I know you're not that. That would take too much effort. Toenails are actually
right. Toenails, I had to clip them, because it was a heat wave. So you had to do it to get down to the pool. I mean, we got to be economical.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
Can't.
That's true. You gotta have some kind of filler, and it has to be something disgusting. You can't be, but that's actually pretty disgusting. Actually, think about you smoking.
Yes.
Fucking
It's horrible. I can't remember who told me that one.
Didn't he pick it up eventually? He was like, hey, something's up with this, or somehow he figured it out. didn't
Yeah, he thought it didn't taste right, and I can't remember which one of my brother's friends turned me on to that trick. Some creep. He's like, yeah, if you ever want to get somebody back, and I thought, I'll never use that.
All right, hold on. Let me bring up my notes here on Windows.
Well, actually, you remember those people?
Okay, there we go.
You remember that those guys that tried to do what was when Chandelier was still going to the blind center? Remember they did something to her soup? They put laxatives in it or some crazy. Remember that story? Cruise Control.
No.
Okay. Well, I was over at Chandelier's house and she's like, I want to get even with these guys. I was like, let's bake them some brownies. And I was like, here, give me the pan. I'll go jizz in it. So I took the pan upstairs.
Oh God!
Jerked off into it.
That's
And there we go.
Oh, yeah, I didn't quite go that far.
that's
Great.
that's great. Fucking dude. And you were like 35?
Yeah, I guess let's see. No, I was older. I was 37.
Yeah.
So wait, who else had access to the brownies though?
Oh, she took him to the blind center and I guess gave him to these guys. That was the plan. She was gonna bake some brownies, bring them down to the blind center and be like, hey guys, I brought some brownies if you're interested.
See, dude, but see, this is where you did it wrong. This is where you did it wrong because I guarantee you she washed that fucking thing out before she fucking.
Oh no, she wanted me to jerk off into the pan. That was the plan. I told you that was our plan for me to jerk off into a pan.
No, that was the plan. That was the plan for me to jerk off in a pan. That was the plan. That was the plan for me to jerk
off in the pan. That was the plan. Boom, plan. Jerk off in the pan.
And if
Jerk off
Chandelier's,
in the pan.
if Chandelier's listening, yeah, that was what. Yeah, she remembers it well.
Dude, she's probably like, oh my God, because we have other dumbass blindos who come stumble on this shit too. Hey, holy shit, I had brownies that weekend.
I was wondering why they're crusty. I thought with the
Like
magic
in the pan. That's the plan.
Yeah,
Well, I
that was the whole
remember.
plan.
I
That was
remember
our-
going
That's the
to my
plan.
brother's house, and I was going to pack a pipe, and I grabbed one off the little shelf there that they had, and my brother was like, "No, don't use that one." I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is your problem? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna just pack a bowl, and I know you don't smoke now, and And he's like, no, do you have your own? I thought, you're being weird. So I walk outside with him. He says, I'm so pissed off at my roommate now. I just rubbed that pipe over my nutsack. And so I really don't want you to smoke. Like, okay. I respect that.
Right. Yeah, he wanted. That's great.
What? Now, why did he rub it on his? Oh, because he's pissed. He wants his roommate.
No, he's ruined his fucking roommate to suck on the pipe, and he rubbed it in his nutsack, dude.
Wow. Damn.
So
like,
he's
all
like,
right.
she's about to pick it up, going. He's like, no, that'd be the worst. My sister's
Damn,
sucking on my nutsack.
This pipe tastes like jockey shorts. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I know.
Well, I just have to say, guys, this evening has gone just exactly where I thought it would.
Well, yeah, we planned for this. Remember, we thought it was going to go this way.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be an interesting upload.
Well, they're gonna love it because everybody wants us to bring the funny. That was always our big thing. You got people into our shit.
Yeah, well, we're bringing the funny tonight. Oh my goodness,
We're bringing the funny. Hey. Well, fuck.
shit.
What do you think?
See, that's the thing. It's 8:30, guys. So how long do you guys want to roll for a while longer?
How long you guys want to
I'm
go
chilling.
for?
I don't care.
I mean, I got IPAs.
Yeah, and I got Bud Light, so I'll be fine for a while.
So it'll be good all night.
Right.
I got
Jogging.
one, and I'm good for the time. So let's roll.
You got box wine there.
So what do you guys have? What are thoughts you guys have going? What's on your mind? What's pissing you off? What else do we have?
Shit, I don't have much.
Exactly. We're like, hey, we're gonna keep going. It's
We're gonna
like,
keep going with
everybody.
nothing. Although I do have to say one thing. What do you guys think about people that fucking call your phone more than once when you don't answer? You guys get any of those people?
No, because you leave voicemails unless you know the person, and
No.
then you let them call you back.
No, this person called me within the span of like 2 minutes because they knew it pissed me off. I hate when somebody does this shit where they'll call me, they don't get me, so they'll call back in like 2 minutes thinking they'll get me. It's like, no.
But why don't they just leave a voicemail and wait for you to call them back?
Because they like to be annoying. They know it pisses me. That's the thing. They're doing
That's
it.
actually an old school thing, actually doing that, because most people don't do that anymore because that takes patience and.
Oh, what? Leaving voicemails?
Yeah, you have to leave a voicemail and wait
Oh,
for them to call
and
you
most-
back. You can't just keep calling them.
Well, most people's phones have caller ID, so you can see that person called. So when you get around to calling them, see, the thing is like, well, the reason I didn't answer is because I couldn't for one reason or another. So why do you call back again and again and again? You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
I know some retards. I know. Well, actually, you know this retard.
No,
too.
I'm going a different way with this. I'm going a different way with this. You used to be so pissed off when people would call
And not leave messages?
Leave messages.
Yeah.
And now you're pissed off when they call and do leave messages?
No. It's not about leaving messages. It's about when they
repetitive calls.
the repetitive calling.
Okay.
So they'll call
Yeah.
you once, then 2 minutes later they're calling you again. And you're like, dude, I saw you.
Yeah. When they should just leave a message and then you can call them back and
Or not
realize
even that. Or not even that. Now that I can see that they've called, I'm like, okay, I know they called. I'll call them back when I get a second. But instead they just keep calling. Like, dude, okay, if I didn't answer
I get annoyed when people don't leave messages.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
annoys
don't-
me.
I don't like that shit.
Like, why you just say, hey, for 10 seconds. Hey, just calling to see how you're doing. All right, talk to you later.
Or
then that's all you
hey,
do.
so and
But then you
so,
go,
call
you
me
know,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm calling.
Call me back.
There's no emergency. I'm just calling to talk to you and say, hey, how you doing? You can text me that. You can, but you want to talk to them on the phone, immediately. Sometimes, like it's so weird how our shit has shifted because
Yeah.
10 years ago, you would never think like this, dude. Your thoughts were completely opposite.
No, my thing was, like I said, my big bitch was the fact that they called already and they call back 2 minutes later. It's like, dude,
Yeah, I
you
get
know,
you.
I know you've called, you know, or do you think like 2 minutes later I'll pick up again if you call again? What the fuck? You know, I mean, just I saw you call once. That's it.
But if they call and leave a message, you can listen to the message and then you can determine when you want to call them back. Like, that's what I'm saying.
So
I
what if you
understand why
couldn't?
it's annoying. It's annoying because they should.
What if
they
he couldn't
should-
leave a message?
Yeah,
What are
they
you saying,
should. They should just leave a message for you, and then you can call them back.
What were you saying, Koala? If in case what?
Well, okay. Now there's this other scenario that happens when you deal with elderly people.
This guy's
You
not elderly.
haven't-
He's our age.
Okay, well then fuck him. But I'm just telling you, with the
Yeah.
elderly people, what happens is they don't really realize the value of voicemail and how easy it is to access. And so
Right.
sometimes you do have to call them back and go, hey, come on, let's get to that phone. But yeah, with that guy who's not elderly, fuck it. You know,
He just does it. You know why? He does it because he knows it annoys me. Because I have said to him in the past, dude, you're blowing up my phone like a chick. What the fuck's wrong with you? And he's like, well, man.
do you think that might be a problem?
well, yeah, that's why I'm like, dude, you're blowing up my phone like a chick. You're like, just, you know, call once. I see you called. I'll get back to you when I can. You know, instead of calling me multiple times to try to
See,
get
it's
me.
weird. It's weird because I would rather have a reason why someone calls me. Like I hate when people call and don't. If you leave if I'm not there, just leave a voicemail and go, hey, dude, I'm just calling to let you know about this. And I go, oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
I know what you're calling about. If I get a call from my mom at 10:30 at night, and I
She
go, oh
didn't say anything.
shit, and there's nothing there, and I have to call her back, I don't get a response, and she leaves a message and goes, hey, it's not a worry, just calling to let you know this. Call me back tomorrow. Oh, okay. It's that fucking but we've lost that ability. It's like, no, just leave your number. I don't need to fucking listen. I have to press 2 more buttons.
Well, and then we have the other thing where
You know?
people do like the obsessive texting.
Oh,
So I'll get people that, hey, you know, they'll text me early in the morning. Hey, do you possibly have time today? I said, yes, I have time at 11 o'clock. Okay, that would be great. Can I see you at 11? Yes, you can. Okay, should I show up? Like it continues this conversation.
right.
and
They
I
drag
think,
it on.
You know
yeah.
what? Why don't you just fucking call me?
Mhm.
Because we're gonna have like a 5 texting back and forth
And it takes
conversation.
45 minutes. That could take 2 minutes on the phone.
Right.
Yeah, because
And people don't
every
even
time
care anymore because they're doing 10 other things after they get off the phone with you or text with you. They're texting 15 other people. It's like a fucking text queue. Like a
yeah,
fucking
and they
treadmill.
don't realize I'm like, I got my cup of coffee. I can run around and talk to you
Right.
much easier than I can deal
Stop
with your
and
text
Start
bullshit.
texting. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying too. Those long drawn out text message, you know, well, blah, 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 and they got another question for you or something more they want to say. And you're just like,
was there any way
oh.
you could see me at 10:45? No, that's why I said 11.
No.
yeah.
yeah. Well, you know, I've got fucking 7 kids.
But
and I've had
I
no
really need
income.
to. Yeah, I have. Oh. Okay, so here's the thing: the single moms.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I'm a single
The single mom crutch? You mean the single mom crutch?
Can we just admit that that's a choice?
Oh,
No,
And
because
sometimes-
the man. Listen, Koala. Remember,
The man,
the
swings
man
the
gets
dick.
the woman pregnant. The woman isn't getting herself pregnant. It's the man gets her pregnant.
She's an unwilling participant, is what it is.
The
Yeah.
teenager. I mean, he
Oh,
was 15 and she was 17, but
Okay.
they're teenagers.
They don't know better.
okay.
He was 2 years
Okay.
older than him. It doesn't matter.
Right. It's the patriarchy. Oh,
Okay, so I have a cousin who put her baby up for adoption because she was in college,
Yeah.
Okay.
freshman year of college, and she got pregnant, not planned, and she decided I'm not fit to be a mom right now.
Okay. That's a pretty adult decision to make.
Yeah,
know?
and she put her baby up for adoption. So I don't really. She was able to reconnect, blah blah blah, at some point, but I don't have a lot of patience for the people that always use the single mom defense. And then you get the people that use it when they're like a high powered real estate agent and whatnot.
No.
And they're
yeah.
totally wealthy. And well, you don't have any idea what it is to be a single mom. Like, you're right. I don't. But I do know what it
No.
is to be a rich bitch
No.
over in the.
Right.
The
Like-
ones that are bad. Good, Brett.
Oh, no. You go ahead, man. Let's hear yours.
The ones that are bad are the ones that are like, I'm a single mom. You've been on welfare for 5 years. Yes. You've had 3 kids since you've been on welfare. Yes.
Like-
I'm a single mom.
Like, you're such a victim here, you know?
Why
So in
you
other words,
keep
they had 2
pumping 'em
kids
out?
before they.
Right. Well, you know why? We all know
Of
why.
course.
The system
But
tells them you have more kids, you get more money, kind of thing, you know?
Man, it's insane, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how we got on single moms. We're just rolling. We're just
Oh,
flowing.
hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're
'Cause we're-
flowing like the ocean.
We are. We are.
Actually,
But
the
I will
ocean
tell
doesn't
you-
flow. Rivers flow. The ocean is not flowing. Well,
No, the rivers flow. The ocean goes in waves.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
And
Is there-
and I don't know why that matters, but
The rivers flow, the oceans go in waves.
oh,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
This is
wherever
definitely
that's
falling,
going.
definitely falling out of the gum tree. For
This
sure.
is definitely actually exactly what I expected, honestly. If you
I
I
think
really
it's-
thought about it, this is exactly what I should have.
But I think this is great because I think this is the people that like our 2 fans that like us, you know, this is what they like to hear is that
Yes,
crazy
they do.
shit. You know?
I think we're brilliant.
I think we are too.
I think
we
we
are too.
shine like bright lights in the sky.
I shine like a beacon coming over the
Beacon in
horizon
dark.
in the late evening.
Darkness.
We shine like the northern star.
Max, you're the rock. you shine like the northern star, pointing our way.
You appropriately babysat us.
Puncturing the weather ahead of us with our determination.
With our bright ray of light. As
the
it,
blizzards and the sandstorms and the furious rains.
as it
Ah,
penetrates the clouds like the penis of a inmate that's been locked up for 30 years with the new cellmate.
Okay.
the
so he
rain
went-
gushes forth like a.
That usually happens with us, just so you know.
That's
I
no,
usually-
that's that, no. Not
No, that's me.
us.
Oh, I'm
Not
saying
us.
that's me. That's
Yeah.
well, it
Yeah,
usually
there-
happens with
there
us.
was a
Yeah.
penis penetrating things.
Yeah, when I get into when we start improvising, somehow I'll find a way to bring it back to some kind of sexual ass rape type shit, you know.
All right, all right.
Oh, you said ass. Oh no.
Ass rape. Well, that's okay.
Actually, it'll be a
They'll
good
love it.
experiment to see if this actually stays up because
Oh,
they're fucking doing some crazy shit on the Ubes.
Oh, but they like ass rape. That's all good for them. You know, hell, that's
Depends on how old you are.
that's what. Well, yeah, well, okay, ass rape a 7-year-old. There you go. They'll love that.
Can
one.
we start
Jesus.
it off with adult ass rape, or where do we?
Well, no, because Joe Biden's
How
in
do we-
office, so it has to be children. Remember?
Oh.
Mm.
It's got to be
the Biden.
Yeah, it's got to be Bob Biden. You know, so
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, because I'm on the show.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Yeah. This is historical news.
Oh hell yeah! See, now you could be on the show that gets banned, that gets taken off YouTube.
You could be on the one show.
The
That
one
destroys
show
us
that
all.
was removed. from
Kamala.
YouTube.
Kamala's
Oh
on.
yeah. Oh, when here it was. He thought you were Kamala. Kamala.
No,
Huh?
I didn't think
Uh-huh.
she was. I thought the guest was Kamala. I was confused.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Okay.
Could you imagine me having like? Do you think I would even ask?
I'm your vice president, but I love the USA.
My favorite rapper, my favorite living rapper right now is Tupac. Tupac's dead, you dumb bitch. My other second favorite rapper is
Her
Eazy-E.
favorite rapper is Tupac.
Her favorite rapper is Tupac. And they said, who's your favorite living rapper? And she said, Tupac.
No, that gentleman perished.
Yeah.
No,
Just a little up the
No.
street from me, too.
he perished a little while back, my dear.
My second favorite rapper is Eazy-E. My favorite
Oops.
living rapper.
Easy.
What
Yeah,
is-
because Easy is so wholesome. I'm easy. I got bitches
Bitches
galore.
galore. You may have a lot of bitches, but I got much more.
Yeah, that's wholesome. Easy.
Who's
Oh,
your
yeah.
favorite rapper?
Who's my favorite rapper?
Yeah, living or dead?
I would say, well, probably my favorite rapper is probably Ice-T. Ice
Okay.
motherfucking T. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But you know what I like about him is that he's so dynamic. Like he's been in movies, he's done rock, he's done rap, he's written books. You know, he's got his hand into a lot of things. So that's what I like
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah.
I see. All right. So, who's my favorite rapper? Who's your favorite rapper? Koala.
You know, I
Koala on board.
got a soft spot for Cool Mo D. I do.
Cool Mo D. All
I
right.
love it. I go to work like
Like a
boxer.
doctor. When I rock the mic, you got to like the way I rock the. Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't know you liked Kumo D.
Oh yeah. He's fast.
Okay. Well, how about? Did you hear the diss records he did going at LL Cool J? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was Let's Go. The second one is Death Blow, and he fucking tears LL out the frame on.
You have
on
to throw
both of
them
them.
two arm properly. I have a hunch that Koala isn't a hardcore rap enthusiast.
Back when we were going to camp, you really weren't. You liked more rock, I think.
Yeah.
That was your thing.
But I did like the old school rap. No, I'm not a hardcore rap enthusiast.
Okay.
Which is okay.
Correct.
Which is cool.
I'm not really, but I'm kind of like I'm lower mid. I'm like I'm not up to Max's level because I fucking.
Oh yeah, I'm sure some of the people I bring on, you're like, who the fuck is this?
If I had a choice for a rapper, who's my favorite rapper? It's gotta be. It's probably Eminem. Has to be there.
Eminem's in there somewhere.
But fuck. I don't know, man. I have to think about that for a bit.
Like favorite rapper, huh? Like, Well, what about you? Liked Ice Cube, didn't you?
Yeah, I would actually say
There you go.
Eminem. Eminem has to be my favorite one.
Just lyrically, what?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just lyrically and everything. If you just follow what he's saying, and you can follow that kind of like just power, just like machine gun rap, just like ideas just flying at you at like warp speed, and you can like digest it on the fly. He's just amazing. So.
Okay. Well, I'm still back here tripping off Koala and Kumo D. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize you like Kumo D.
I remember parties in the dark with the girlies.
Oh, the Wild Wild West.
Hey, matter of fact, if we're going to keep going here, let's do this. Let's talk about. You guys got to watch Professor of Rock. He talks about like different charts. Like he has a new album. I think we talked about this earlier about the charts.
Yeah, that 1983 at this day, this time or whatever.
Yeah. But I have a different question for you.
Okay.
Right? Who is your favorite 1980s artist overall?
Ooh. 80s artist, huh? Shit, man.
Not going back to the specifics about the bullshit. I'm talking about who is your fucking who are your go-tos. You can have a couple, but what if you could just pick one artist from the 80s?
This dude was from the 70s too, but I would definitely stick Eddie Money in there for me.
Yeah.
Are you talking about rappers? Are you talking about or just
I'm talking about like any artist from the 80s. Any like, artists that you've because we are all in the same age bracket.
Yeah.
Because the 29. Y'all, we're all 29.
I would say
tough.
So tough.
Yeah, it is tough because there was so much good
No, it
stuff.
is because there's
But
so
for
many good
me,
ones.
it's not that tough if I actually look inside myself. There's only one artist from the 80s that I actually have. You know.
I think I know your guy, man. I think I know who you're.
Say it, dude.
Kenny Loggins,
You know
right?
it, dude.
No?
You know it. Yep, you know it.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Kenny Loggins.
Loggins is your dude. Mine is.
See,
Oh, go
Kenny
ahead.
Loggins just
no, I would agree. I would actually agree. Kenny Loggins. I would actually agree with that.
no for me. I'm talking about personally, like a personal. Like I'm not talking about who's the greatest artist of the 80s.
Right, like
I'm
who
talking about, like,
grabs you when you
like
think
Kenny
of 80s?
Loggins is definitely 80s for me.
See, for
All
me,
of it.
it's Eddie Money. That's
Really?
definitely. Oh yeah, fuck yeah,
Wow.
totally, dude. I love Eddie Money. He was like, dude, I crowned him the king of Druzik. Remember that?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to change it up.
Oh,
Change it
what
up.
you got for us?
I'm going to say Iron Maiden.
Oh,
Iron Maiden.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Amazing musicians in the early 80s.
Oh yeah, Eddie on the covers of every album.
Yes. Amazing. And I was able to see them live later on in life, and they were still as impressive. So
Damn. Okay.
they were gems. Even if you don't really grab onto that kind of music, they were really good at it.
Iron Maiden. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
That's cool. Yeah, that's yeah, Iron Man. The only song I remember by them is 3 Minutes to Midnight, I think it was.
2 minutes to midnight.
2 minutes to
no,
midnight.
no. Check out Hallowed Be Thy Name is a good one to check out. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which is actually a song written from the poem by Cult, which is a very boring English literature class. But
It sounds
but
like
the
it would be.
song's actually good. No, they're actually just very good. They all of them were exceptional musicians, and the singer was very good, and that's what I appreciate.
I'm gonna have to go back and check out their stuff because honestly, I kind of slept on them a little bit. I don't really remember
Most
much.
people do. Most people do. They just think of them as like, oh, it's the heavy metal craze where Ozzy Osbourne was biting rats' heads off and whatnot. No, these guys were actually really very much more like classical musicians. They just did it electric.
Well, I liked as far as bands go, I like Twisted Sister. And as far as hair bands, they were fucking badass. I like them. Yeah, well, no, not now.
No.
I like Nature of the Beast. It's the nature of the beast. Down, 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 down. Or Captain Howdy. That was another good one by them.
Yeah.
Or they had a bunch of songs that were really good. Yeah, so we're not gonna take it. That's like their radio cut.
Yeah.
Or
I gotta rock.
oh yeah, I wanna rock.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
whatever it is.
That was pretty good.
Anyway, I'm back.
Oh yeah, we're talking about 80s hair bands now. I was saying that I liked Twisted Sister was good. I like them. Don't you see? No.
Yeah, they were
evil.
definitely good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Please don't like AC/DC though, because the problem with AC/DC, so many.
They sound so much similar.
Oh, their songs sound the same?
Every fucking song.
Yeah, they do. They're very distinguishable.
Like the drum beat and the and it's just
And
like
his
there's
voice,
no
yeah.
talent there.
Yeah, well, I like some of their like Big Balls.
Earlier stuff.
They got some good stuff. Hell's Bells is a good stuff.
Yeah, Hell's Bells is good. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And there was another one I heard. One I don't remember the name of the song, but it was bad. It's like one you don't hear very much. But Back in Black, obviously, that's and that was with the different guy, the guy who choked on
the
his own
one
vomit.
from the
No.
Stephen King movie about the cars that went around.
Oh, Christine?
Maximum Over. No,
Maximum Overdrive. Okay.
The song from that was pretty decent.
Yeah, AC. I mean,
No, so the earlier guy actually did most of the good songs. So
he's the
Back
one
in
you like
Black and yes. I
Okay.
don't like the new guy. was
Shook Me
just
All
like
Night
this-
Long. That guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no. No, sorry. Not that you shook me. No, that guy.
Wasn't that the?
No, the guy that did Highway to Hell and
Big Balls. The Big Balls guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But they were the same guy.
It is the same dude, I think.
No,
I think
it's not. No.
no,
No.
different dude.
Mhm.
Because I know the
But
Back
look
in
that up
Black
later
guy is
on.
definitely a different voice. I can tell that.
Yep.
But,
He did not do that.
Okay, but this other guy, he did Hell's Bells. If it's the same one I'm thinking of,
Different guy.
different guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Bon Scott did the original albums.
Koala throwing down the facts here.
Hell yeah! I'm like,
Go ahead.
whoa! I'm getting.
Well, hell yeah.
I'm
I
getting
know
a-
my ACDC.
I'm getting an ACDC occasion here, man. Holy shit!
ACDC occasion. ACDC occasion.
Wow!
Let's go.
Damn!
ACDC educators.
All right. What do we got?
Take us all night long. So
Yeah, shake us
it
all
was
night long.
it's Von Scott. So there were two singers.
Yeah, Brian Johnson was the later guy, and he did Back in Black, and which was the album where it Shook Me All Night Long was done, and then he continued it. But before that, Bon Scott did most of the albums, and then he died in a plane crash or some other.
I thought there was the guy who choked on his
Falderall.
own puke. Remember?
Yeah, maybe he choked, maybe he died in a plane crash. Who knows?
Something.
Died in a plane on crash, choked in his puke.
A plane crash choking
Just
on puke is
died.
kind of a different thing, you know.
Maybe he died in a plane crash while choking on puke.
Oh, that guy.
He could have done.
He
Could
had a
have done.
barf bag over his face. That's what happened.
There you go. There you go. So he was the Australian guy, and then this guy comes in and started
He would have lived if
screaming.
he just
and-
hadn't vomited.
Yes, if he would just not vomit.
If he
After
had
all of his
that chance, he
excess.
was seriously in the best place in the room, but he vomited and moved and and then he died.
Yep.
So that's what it is.
Okay. See, I always thought the other guy was earlier for some reason. I'm not sure. You know.
No.
Okay. And the guy who did Big Balls, he was the new
Big
guy.
Balls was the other guy.
The early guy. That's what I thought. 'Cause
Yeah.
He had a
Great
very
song.
distinct voice, and you could definitely tell.
I've got he was this random Australian dude that they
It
pulled
was
in from
more-
somewhere, and I don't remember. But
It wasn't as it was more it was more me than mer.
Yeah, me than Murr.
oh yeah, there was much more.
You got big balls. Well, the other ones
And he sounded more like this. He had more of a,
Like almost like a cartoon villain type voice,
Yeah, it was horrible.
raisins head.
You're like, oh, that's very unpleasant. I don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that from you.
Damn.
So what is another 80s hair metal band that was decent?
I liked REO Speedwagon. They were dope.
That's not a hair metal band.
Well, okay, they weren't a metal
No.
band. They were
No,
just.
we're talking.
I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Well, everybody had a power ballad. Everybody had their own power.
And you're like,
ballad.
I'm like 8 years old, going, "I love you, Kimberly Heiberger."
I don't know who the hell that is, but
In
all
the
right.
morning, in your
Kimberly
life,
Heiberger.
candle in the window, could exterminate.
Wait, was this a chick that went to school? I don't remember this girl's name. Did she go to school with us, or was this somebody who lived on your street?
You were older. You were actually out. It was 8th grade. I'm not 8th
Oh.
grade. I'm sorry. 3rd grade.
For you, okay. So I was probably in what, 4th grade?
You know, when you're a kid, when you're listening to those fucking.
Oh fuck yeah, of course.
Stupid.
The power ballads, and you're like, oh yeah. When
I can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot
what I
Starting for- I used to think he said if I had to throw up on your floor,
What?
crash through the door.
What? Throw
That's what I
up
thought he
on-
was saying.
If I had to throw up on your floor,
That's what I thought he
crashed
said.
through your
throw
door.
open.
Maybe I can't fight this.
Wait.
feeling anymore.
This would be I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Yep, that's what I thought he said.
Forgotten what I thought.
I'm
throw
fighting for.
and when would this come?
If I had to throw away the ore.
Come crash.
No, but you said throw up on,
Throw up
the
on your floor. Yeah, throw up on your floor. Come crashing through your door.
So
Honey,
you
I
said
can't
so.
fight
So
this
you
feeling
thought
anymore.
throw away the ore was
There's
throw
a-
up on your floor.
There's another part
come
about throwing away the
crashing.
ore. Something about take the
Yeah,
ship
throw
into
it-
shore and throw away the ore. I think he said.
Shipping
But
to
you said-
yeah, but either way, you were having somebody
You said throw. You thought it
come
was,
in and just be puking on your floor.
Oh yeah, that's
Throw
what I was
up
thinking.
on
It
the-
was if I had to
throw
throw up
up
on
on the
your floor, come
floor,
crashing
come-
through your door, honey. I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Can you imagine just showing up to somebody's house and you're
could-
like,
Well, yeah,
look,
because I could see the guy being drunk,
Oh,
right?
I'm
Because
sorry.
he can't
I
profess his
can't
love until he's
fight
fucking hammered.
this
So then he goes
feeling
and
anymore.
barfs.
I can't fight it.
I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Wait.
And then he comes
Wait,
crashing through
like-
her door. Honey, I just threw up. I'm sorry, but I love you.
Crashing through your door. I'll throw up on your floor.
Baby, I can't fight this. You're like, oh,
And the music.
okay.
Yeah, it's sad music. You're gonna go. I love you, baby.
Hold on, man. We're talking about some 80s rock. What about some 80s R&B, guys? Like Ray Parker Jr.? A woman needs love just like you.
Oh
do.
my God, that guy was such a perv.
I just watched an unsung episode about him like about a week ago, actually.
Perv.
Perv? Why you say that?
Oh, totally. Everything about every song was about sex.
Not every song.
Uh,
Needs Love,
okay,
just like
let's
you do.
see.
How many songs
Jamie
in the
used
80s
to-
were not?
Oh,
about-
Jamie used to be my girl.
Jamie used to be my girl, but I'm in love.
With the
I'm
other
in love
woman.
with
Yeah,
the
okay.
other woman.
Or how about Bad Boy?
No. I think you're wrong about that. That's not about sex.
Oh, it is.
No. That's about an adulterous
yes,
relationship.
it is.
Oh, yeah, he's cheating. He's fucking.
No. But that's the whole point of it. The whole point of the song is not about the fucking that they're fucking. It's about the fact that it's an adulterous relationship. Like
Right.
if the song's really about fucking, it's like let me lick you up and down.
Well, but he's still
This
fucking the other
stuff.
chick.
You know,
He's still, but he's like, you know,
no. He's fucking the other chick, but the song is about the fact that his guilt is there. The
Right.
fact that he's
actually, you know what? Oh, he does have a lot of guilt
conflict.
songs.
It's a conflict. It's not about I'm banging her in her butthole. You know, it's like
Well, yeah, but
there
that's
are
obvious.
sex songs.
It's
Sex
evident
songs
though
are
that
like,
that's what's
you know,
going on.
like,
now.
you know,
He's
let
beating
me
the
down.
woman.
Yeah.
But you know what? He has
You see
several
what I'm
songs
saying?
about
Do you
that.
see what I'm saying?
He has-
you
No,
know,
I
like-
do.
Well, he
I do.
has. Remember, Bad Boy too was another one like that. I've
But-
been a
yeah.
bad boy. Now I wanna come
Well, then
back.
why
Yeah.
did Jack go on down the
Oh, yeah,
hill?
that's right. With
He
radio.
needed love.
That's right. With radio.
Love
Yeah.
he couldn't
Yeah.
get from Jill.
Yeah. There was all
It's like,
kinds of.
dude, you
songs about
are
cheating and fucking.
such a womanizer. Okay, all right. He's not a perv. He's a womanizer. Let's
Okay,
put it there.
now that I could give you. I can give
Yeah.
it. He might be a womanizer, maybe in his music.
Well, no, he absolutely.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
That's true.
The
Well, you know what
idea-
you need
the
to
idea
do?
wasn't the sexual. I guess that's maybe
Hey,
where I was going.
Actually,
Yeah,
I don't think Koala. Remember, Jeff? We listened a few years ago. We listened to his newest album that came out in 2009, called "I'm Free."
No.
Yeah, he actually dropped an album in 2009 that I got,
Oh my god.
and there's a song on there called "Midlife Crisis," which is talking about fucking with a younger chick. And "Glass of Wine." Remember "Glass of Wine"?
Nope, I don't remember.
Oh
what
yeah,
that was.
the album's called "I'm Free," and it's Ray Parker Jr. 2009. You might want to download it, Koala, or give it a listen. On
Yeah, I
Spotify.
think I need to.
You
yeah.
should definitely give it a listen.
So R&B in the 80s.
But there's other good R&B too, like Alexander O'Neill.
Oh, yeah.
Alexander O'Neill's good. You fake. Do you remember he did that one? He did Innocent. That was another good one by him. Looking for a girl like you.
So Yeah, so we were. What was the actual subject again, though? For the
fuck, we were talking about music, some
music
shit.
Nah,
sounds,
we
some
lost
shit.
it.
We lost it.
again.
We lost it.
We lost
Actually,
it.
I'm thinking, Koala, you might have to take Vassar out here pretty soon, huh? Or did you-
Yeah, I probably should.
Nah, we should probably wrap up this shot.
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's
This
do this.
this has been fucking cool, I think, guys.
Fun as fuck.
I had a blast.
Matter of fact, I would propose, and if we'll talk about it later on, I'm gonna leave it on the show though. Let's do this fucking monthly chill Saturday night fucking drunken sacred.
Oh, dude. Okay, so we like we do with Louis. We'll bring Koala like the last
Koala,
Saturday.
drunken sacred.
Yeah,
I
you'd have
love
to do a
it.
drunken sacred every like the last Saturday of every month.
I love it. I love
Sounds
it.
good. Last
Okay.
Saturday every month, and then I guess we'll come next week with our.
Just you and me, man. It's just you and me.
All right, dude.
That's Tony.
Oh my.
That's from the
Kind of
90s.
depressing
I-
after all these exciting guests. No, just joking. All right, man. So let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
It is, by the way, it is the 29th of.
Actually, it'll be the
January.
30th when this goes up, right?
Yes, and it will be the 30th when this goes up.
Hell yeah.
Actually, yeah, 30th tomorrow. We'll get
The
this up.
30th.
20th.
20th.
I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer
and
and Koala.
Koala.
and
that's the
story.
There. Peace him out, bitch.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.